I'm here today with a brand new friend of mine. His name is Amul Mago. He has a Amazon Web Services job. That's his primary career. We're not going to talk about that though, as much as I know you're all dying to know what he does at Amazon Web Services. You'll have to go to his LinkedIn page to find that out. What I'm here to talk to him about is a really interesting project that he got me involved in, did an interview with me on. It's something he's co-founded. It's entitled the Superhuman Project. Amul, so good to see you again. How are you? How's it going?
It's going good, Dave. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. I hope you had a nice break from the action, if you permitted yourself that. Um,
Oh yeah, it was good.
Good. If you don't mind, give our audience just a brief rundown on the Superhuman Project. What is it, and why did you form it? Why did you trigger its creation?
Sure. So the Superhuman Project is all about finding the superheroes in each one of us. I've always been curious about what all is there around us. And I always question, why should we get satisfied with one job or one career? There are so many individuals I know of that have switched careers, or they have switched from one role to another, including me. By education, I'm a production engineer. I started on shop floor with Goodyear tires,
Hmm.
and later I realized I didn't find it too attractive, and I moved on to information technology.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the Superhuman Project, probably the timing is also appropriate, given that a lot of us have been impacted by the pandemic, and it has been God sent. A lot of us are at a juncture who were impacted by COVID,
Hmm.
whose jobs were impacted. They are looking at their past experience. They are looking at what are their options. Where should they go?
Hmm.
And my message with the Superhuman Project to them is, pursue the dream that you have always put on hold
Hmm.
because of the one career or one job you always had.
Hmm.
So instead of climbing the ladder, look at jumping the ladder. So with Superhuman Project, I would like to highlight some of the individuals like we spoke at in your interview. I would like to bring those individuals who were impacted, and they can share their stories on what are the positive outcomes that came out of it, and the ways to looking at a different career,
Hmm.
and not using your age, education, or experience as an excuse not to pursue something that you always loved.
Quick follow up to that. Um, are you helping people move into, and I don't want to go down too far this road of the Amazon Web Services side of what you do, but are you pushing people or reinforcing this idea that there could be a future for them in the technology space? Or are you saying it's not just technology, it could be anything, but it's anything that you're passionate about? You don't mind clarifying that just a little bit?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Yes, definitely it's not just technology that we would like to highlight with the message of the Superhuman Project, but coming from technology, I'm biased towards
Hmm.
that industry, and knowing that technology played a huge role during the lockdown.
Hmm.
Most of the businesses and enterprises I know of are looking at technology and IT tools for digitizing their business.
Hmm.
So technology definitely has a huge potential, but definitely not just limiting to technology. I know a lot of people who moved from a non-technical career to technical careers,
Hmm.
but even from technical career to a non-technical career. So this is a good option. I know someone who worked for a long time in IT, and they were impacted by the pandemic, and they found their passion in real estate,
Okay,
and they have started making more money as a realtor than they were making in the IT job they had.
sure. Um, if people want to find out more about the Superhuman Project, where should we direct them? Where should they go?
I think the best place for them to start would be the LinkedIn page. Either they can go to my page, they can find me on LinkedIn, Amul Mago, or they can go to the Superhuman Project page, and then they can just straight away send me a message, and I'm happy to connect them and help them out.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And I'm sure some people will take you up on that. Amul, I ask everybody the same question at the end of these interviews. And lucky you, you get the question. What lessons have we learned during this crazy moment, whether it's COVID or the election or economic challenges? What lessons have we learned that we must not forget going forward?
That's a very, very thoughtful question. And I always question or think about that aspect. What has changed? What was different in 2020? Some of the things that I have learned, knowing that in the month of December, we lost some very close friends. And they, believe it or not, they are younger than us. So we realize it's very important to cherish the present moment. And it's not always about chasing the to-do list. It's also about cherishing what you have accomplished. Mm-hmm. So for that, what I am trying to do is deliberately spend more time with the kids to make sure that I enjoy what I have. Mm-hmm. And then the second part is mindfulness. Definitely when you are working remotely or when you are in your own thoughts, we easily get trapped in thoughts and our minds are running in multiple directions. Mm-hmm. So mental health. And I think one of the keys to surviving the lockdown is sound mind, and mindfulness plays a big role. Mm-hmm. So trying to be mindful, trying to be present at what I'm doing instead of trying to do multiple things. So I try to stay away from the screen when I'm doing analog work. Let's say if I'm brushing my teeth, I avoid looking at my phone.
I know, exactly.
And likewise, one task at a time. So, exactly. And that really helps me. That really helps me maintain my sanity.
That's fantastic. And I'm checking those things off my list too. I think we're all there with you. Amul, it was great to connect with you again, and I look forward to a future conversation. Thanks so much today.
Thank you, Dave.